Dr. Quest's laboratory on one of the Florida Keys, Johnny Quest is reading a very exciting story out loud to a very excited listener, his dog Bandit.
And just as the giant squid was crushing Captain Nemo with one of his tremendous tentacles, one of the crewmen of the atomic submarine Nautilus grabbed a big axe.
Hi, Johnny. How'd you like to go on a little expedition with Race and me?
Thanks, but not now, Dad. I'd rather finish this book. Boy, is it ever terrific.
No? What book are you reading, son?
I'm reading Jules Verne's book, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Wow, all about an atomic sub and a giant sea monster called a squid. And the giant squid attacked the submarine and...
I know, Johnny. It's a great story. I read it when I was a boy. Now, you sure you don't want to come along with us?
No, thanks, Dad. I'd rather stay here and finish this story.
Okay. Race and I were just going out and try out my new diving bell. Well, I'll see you later, Johnny, and don't forget your homework.
Wait, Dad. Did you say diving bell?
Sure. You know, the deep-sea exploring sphere I've been working on. I think it ought to go down farther than anyone has ever gone before.
Gee, you mean like 20,000 leagues under the sea?
No, Johnny. Captain Nemo didn't go down 20,000 leagues. That's 60,000 miles. But we do hope to set a new world's record for diving this time.
Boy, it sounds like real fun. Can I go?
Sure. It's perfectly safe. Get your things together. Race and I will be down at the research ship. But hurry.
Hi, Johnny. So you decided to make the trip with us, huh?
Sure, Race. I wouldn't want to miss seeing a new world's record dive, would I?
Who would, Johnny? Hurry up and get aboard. We're shoving off in a minute.
Okay, Race. Up anchor. We're getting underway. Johnny, give Race a hand with the anchor winch. You might as well learn how to be a good sailor.
Okay, Dad. Aye, aye, sir. Boy, nothing like heading out to the open sea. Where are we going, Dad?
We're heading for Lost Canyon, Johnny.
Lost Canyon? In the ocean?
That's right. The ocean floor isn't all flat. There are high mountains and deep canyons on the bottom of the ocean. Lost Canyon was just discovered early this year. Soundings indicate that it might be 36,000 feet deep.
Are you going to try to go to the bottom of Lost Canyon, Dad?
No, Johnny, but it would be a perfect spot to see how far down my new diving bell can go. Isn't she a beauty?
I'll say. Looks like a great big old iron ball. What are you going to call her, Dad?
Well, since you're a Jules Verne fan, let's call her the Nautilus.
Great!
Let's go below, Johnny, and see what Race has cooked up in the galley. You know, this salt air gives me an appetite. Even for Race's cooking.
Hiya, Race. What's for lunch?
I thought I'd try another TV dinner.
Oh, not again.
Uh-oh. It's my hotline to Washington. Wonder what's up. Dr. Quest on the research ship Sequest. Come in, DC-037. Come in.
DC-037, calling Dr. Quest. Do you read me?
Loud and clear.
What is your position, Doctor?
We're at longitude 84 degrees, 26 minutes. Latitude 24 degrees, 6 minutes. Why?
I figured you were in that area. We've got an emergency on our hands and thought you might be able to give us a hand.
Well, I'll try, sir. What is it?
We just got a report of an accident at sea. One of our atomic subs ran into trouble, and the crew had to abandon ship.
Too bad. Anyone lost?
No. All hands were picked up by patrol plane, but the sub sank before the atomic reactor could be neutralized. We've got to locate that sub before enemy agents find it.
Right, sir. I'm sure there are lots of people interested in that atomic engine. Where'd the sub go down?
She sank at longitude 72 degrees, 30 minutes. Latitude 30 degrees, 15 minutes.
Well, that's not far from our position. We should make it there before the Navy could get to the scene.
Good luck, Doctor, but be careful. That's one of the deepest spots on the ocean floor.
I know. We'll do our best, sir. Sequest out. Well, Race, I guess you heard what we've got to do.
Right, Doctor. I'm just glad we've got the new diving bell to make the dive with.
Boy, sounds exciting, huh, Bandit?
Well, Race, according to my navigation, this is about where the sub was lost.
I'll break out the gear and winch the diving bell into position.
Wow, just like 20,000 leagues under the sea. Can I go with you, Dad?
Well, the diving bell... The Nautilus is perfectly safe, or I wouldn't go down in it myself. Okay, I could use a little help reading the instruments.
Come on, Bandit, hop in. We're going to the bottom of the sea.
Okay, Race. As soon as I close the safety hatch, lower away. Remember to keep the oxygen supply up and let her down easy. I wouldn't want to snap the cable.
Don't worry, Doctor. I'll mind the store. Just be careful and keep the intercom open. I want to hear a blow-by-blow description of the whole trip. Down she goes.
How far down are we, Dad?
Well, according to my gauges, we're about 40 fathoms down and descending at about 20 fathoms a minute.
Boy, look out the window. All kinds of fish and things.
Not window, Johnny. Porthole. Now, you keep watch out there while I keep watching these gauges.
Aye, aye, sir. Dad, look! A monster!
Where, Johnny? Oh, that's not a monster. That's a giant manta ray.
Well, whatever it is, I wouldn't want to run into an ugly thing like that while I was skin diving. How far down are we now, Dad?
The gauge shows 1,000 fathoms.
What's this thing, Dad?
Now, that's the switch that opens our outside hydrophone.
Hydrophone? What for?
Well, there's a lot we don't know about life beneath the seas. For instance, lots of people don't know that many of the strange-looking creatures of the sea make some most unusual sounds.
You mean we can hear the fish talk, Dad?
Well, not exactly talk, Johnny. But many marine creatures make cries of distress, mating calls, and, well, just plain noises.
Gee, can we turn on the outside mic and listen?
Sure, Johnny, why not? Now, listen carefully.
Wow, listen! I never knew that fish could be so noisy.
Sequest calling the Nautilus. How's it going, Doctor?
So far, so good, Race. Step up the oxygen supply. It's getting a bit stuffy down here.
Roger.
Gee, Dad, it's getting so dark I can't see a thing out there.
Now switch on the floodlight.
Oh, that's better. Now I can see way out in front of the Nautilus. Can I use the intercom, Dad?
Sure thing.
Nautilus calling Sequest. Do you read me, Race?
There's a bell. A diving bell, that is. How's it going?
Fantastic. I feel like Captain Nemo in the first Nautilus. This place is out of this world. Hey, there goes a big old fish that's lit up like a neon sign. You could see him in the dark.
It's phosphorescent, Johnny.
Now, let me speak to Race, Johnny. Race, we've done it. We've reached 6,000 fathoms.
Congratulations, Doctor. Well, that's a new record. You see anything yet that looks like a sub down there?
Well, not yet, Race, but it can't be far to the bottom. I'll switch on my sonar scope and see what I can pick up. Now, Johnny, if there's any large object out there, we ought to bounce a few sonar beams off it. Johnny, look. We're picking up something on the sonar scope.
What is it, Dad? The lost sub?
No, but whatever it is, it's moving.
Gee, Dad, this is just like the book, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You think there could be such a thing as a giant squid? Like the one that attacked Captain Nemo's Nautilus?
Well, down here, that could be almost anything. Man has explored the heavens and is ready to rocket to Mars, but we still know almost nothing about the deep, dark, mysterious world at the bottom of the sea.
You mean there really could be a giant squid?
Well, let's just say it is possible. Could be an atomic mutation from a sunken atomic reactor or atomic waste.
Dad, look! That thing, whatever it is, it's getting bigger and bigger.
It sure is, Johnny. It's bigger than anything I ever saw come out of the sea, including blue whales. Wait, look, John. Whatever it is, it's moving around like it's excited or scared.
It's scared?
Look, it seems to be attracted to our lights.
Well, let's turn off the floodlight then.
Right. It doesn't see the light. Maybe it'll go away. There. It worked, Johnny. The sonar scope indicates that thing, whatever it is going up toward the surface. I'll see if I can follow it all the way.
Still see it, Dad?
Not anymore, Johnny. I lost it.
Now we can switch the floodlight back on. Dad, look! What's that over there?
Looks like the hulk of a ship. No. There's markings on the hull. It's the lost sub. I'll get hold of Race. Calling the Sequest. Come in, Race.
What's up, Doctor? You sound excited.
I am. We've sighted the sunken atomic sub.
Is it still in one piece?
No, it's broken apart. but the atomic reactor seems to be all together. I'll check with the Geiger counter to see if there's any dangerous radioactivity. Race, the reactor must have a leak in it. I'm picking up radiation.
How much?
Not enough to be dangerous yet, but we'd better notify the Navy at once.
Roger. I'll contact Washington right away. Dr. Quest!
What is it, Race?
I don't know. I'd be afraid to guess.
Race, what's up?
It's some kind of a beast. It surfaced right off the starboard bow. Why, it's incredible.
Race, get hold of yourself. What does it look like?
I was afraid you'd ask that, Doctor. Well, you wouldn't believe it if I told you. It's got a head. It's as big as a 10-ton truck. And long tentacles, 30 feet long. Why, it looks like... Doctor, it's heading for the sequence.
Race, are you there?
What is it, Dad? What's happening? Where's Race?
I don't know, Johnny. From the description Race gave, it sounded like a giant squid.
A giant squid? A sea monster?
That must be the thing we picked up on the sonar scope. The bright light scared it, so it surfaced.
But what about Race?
Well, I hope he's all right. But I don't know. Come in, Race. Race, do you hear me? Are you all right, Race?
Hurry, Dad. Let's surface and see about Race.
That's just it, Johnny. We can't service without Race. He's handling the controls.
What are we gonna do, Dad?
Maybe Race is all right. Maybe he'll call us in a minute.
I hope so. It's getting kind of stuffy in this thing.
Johnny, something must be wrong with Race. Look, the oxygen supply is down. Race wouldn't let that happen. Race Bannon. The Nautilus calling Race Bannon. Come in, Race. Do you hear us, Race?
You're right, Dad. Something serious is wrong with Race. He wouldn't leave the radio or forget about our oxygen supply.
Wonder what happened. Why the gunshots? Maybe he was fighting with whatever that thing was.
Oh, I hope he's all right. Dad, listen! The sonar scope's acting up. Look!
It's the same thing we saw before.
I wonder what kind of a thing it is.
I don't know, Johnny, but whatever it is, it's getting mighty close. Dr. Quest calling Race Bannon. Come in, Race. Race! Do you hear me, Race? Still no answer. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. How do you feel, Johnny?
A little sleepy.
Well, try to relax. We mustn't use up any more oxygen than we have to. We only have a half-hour supply left.
I'll try, Dad, but... Dad, that thing! It's getting closer!
If this sonar scope is correct, it must be as big as a house.
Dad, look! At the porthole!
Now, take it easy, Johnny. It's some kind of a deep-sea creature.
That eye! It looks like a giant squid!
If the rest of that monster's as big as that eye indicates, it could be some kind of a giant squid.
I'm just glad we're in here and he's out there.
I'll try again to contact Race. Maybe he's back with the controls. Race. Come in, Race. Dr. Quest calling Race Bannon. Are you there, Race? Come in. He still doesn't answer. If something's happened to Race, we're really in trouble, Johnny.
I'll say, especially if that giant squid doesn't move on.
So far, he hasn't done any harm. But anything that big could destroy this diving bell if it wanted to. We've got to get word to Race. Dr. Quest calling Race Bannon. Come in, Race.
Isn't there any way we can surface this diving bell, Dad?
No, Johnny. It's controlled from the research ship. There is an escape hatch, but the pressure at this depth would crush a submarine.
Dr. Quest. Race Bannon calling Dr. Quest.
Dad, listen. Turn up the volume. It sounds like Race calling.
Dr. Quest calling Race Bannon. Are you there, Race?
Yes, Doctor.
Are you all right?
Not bad, Doctor. I just got a bit battered fighting that thing.
What was it, Race?
All I saw was a huge head. It would look like 1,000 long tentacles. They were all over the ship.
It was that giant squid, all right.
You mean you saw it too? I thought I was seeing things.
It's right here, staring us in the face now. Luckily, it's outside and we're inside.
Stand by, Doctor. I'll start the winch and pull you up.
Okay, Race. Not too fast. Easy does it. We wouldn't want to snap the cables.
Dad, look! That giant squid's wrapping itself around the Nautilus.
Don't get excited, Johnny. We'll figure a way out of this. Somehow.
We better, and fast.
Hang on, Doctor. I've started the winch motor and we'll start raising the Nautilus.
Good work, Race, but remember, not too fast. A hard jerk on the cable might snap it in two. Then we would be in trouble.
I've got the motor in slow position. Let's see what happens now. You ready?
That thing! It's still hanging on to us.
Not too fast, Race. The giant squid has wrapped itself around the Nautilus.
Can't you scare it off, Doctor?
No, Race. I'm afraid it's not the squid that's scared. But pull her up slowly. The weight of that monster and the Nautilus would break any cable.
I'll be careful, sir.
Dad, look! The giant squid's pulling us sideways.
Wait! Stop the winch! Hold it! This beast is pulling the Nautilus sideways. If you try to pull up while he's still pulling the other way, there goes the cable. And we go to the bottom.
Hold her off, sir.
Now what, Dad?
We might just do nothing until that monster decides to take off. I'll see how long we can wait. Race,
Come in, Doctor.
how much oxygen do we have left up there?
Not much, sir. I'd say about a 30-minute supply.
Well, we can't play a waiting game with only 30 minutes of oxygen. We'll have to figure a way out of this spot. Is the Navy on its way, Race?
I'm afraid not, sir. I tried to radio the Navy the minute I came to, but that squid wrecked nearly everything around here, sir. How's Johnny taking all this?
Like a real man.
Doctor, you're a pretty good fisherman, aren't you?
Well, I think so, but why talk fishing at a time like this?
Well, you know how to land a big rainbow trout, don't you?
For sure. You hook 'em, then play 'em in.
Exactly. Now, if I pull too hard against that giant squid, it'll break the cable. But if I reel him up little by little, like a fighting trout, I might be able to land him.
You know, Race, that's just crazy enough to make sense. Let out a little line and start fishing.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Dad, what's Race gonna do?
He's going fishing, Johnny.
Fishing?
Well, in a way. He's going to pull up on the cable until it gets pretty tight. Then let out a little slack. You know, play it in like fighting a trout.
Hey, that's a good idea, but how's it gonna work on a 50-ton monster?
We'll see, Johnny. We'll see. Okay, Race. Haul away.
Okay, Doctor, hang on. I'm gonna land a big one. All right, I'm giving him a little line. There. Yeah, that's just about enough. Easy, boy. Now, I'll take up the slack. Hold the line tight, but not too tight. Steady, boy.
How's Race doing, Dad?
Okay, so far, Johnny. Lucky for us, Race is an excellent fisherman.
Dad, what happened?
I don't know. What is it, Race? Something wrong?
I'm afraid so, sir. That monster fouled up the main cable. I can't pull the Nautilus up another inch. How deep are you, Doctor?
Well, we're at a little over 200 feet, Race.
What's that giant squid up to?
He's still wrapped around the diving bell. I think he likes it because it's warm.
Well, something's got to give, and quick. You've only got enough oxygen to last 10 more minutes, and I can't pull you up till the cables are untangled. I'm going to get my scuba outfit, try to untangle the cables.
But, Race, you can't untangle the cables with that squid hanging all over them.
I thought about that, but I've got plans for that beast. I owe him a few lumps anyway.
Race, don't be a fool. That giant squid is as big as a barn. You wouldn't have a chance.
Maybe, but nobody has a chance now. I think with my new gear, I can go down that deep.
I don't like it. We'll take a torpedo to stop that giant squid. He's been fairly peaceful up to now, but if he decides to fight, we've all had it.
I don't have much choice, Doctor, but I'd rather do anything than just wait for the end. I'll try out your new spear gun.
Be careful, Race, and good luck.
But Dad, Race doesn't have a chance against that monster.
Not much, Johnny, but if anyone can do it, Race can.
Dad, the giant squid, he's moving.
He must have spotted Race.
There he is. There's Race. I can see him.
Yes, Johnny, but that giant squid sees him, too. Oh, I feel so useless. Sitting here in a diving bell and not being able to give Race a hand.
Oh, me too. Isn't there anything we can do, Dad?
No, Johnny, I'm afraid not. From now on, it's up to Race.
Look! The squid's grabbing at Race with that long tentacle. Race, look out!
He can't hear you, Johnny.
And we can't hear him.
We can turn on the outside mic, but it wouldn't do much good.
Dad, look! The squid's got Race! Dad, what was that?
It must be that squid. I never heard such a sound before.
Isn't there anything we can do?
I'm afraid not, Johnny. All we can do is hope for the best.
What a horrible sound!
Sound? Say, that gives me an idea.
Like what, Dad?
It's just a shot in the dark, Johnny, but it might work.
What might work?
Sonar. Sound.
What do you mean, Dad?
Well, our sonar device sends out high-frequency sounds.
I know.
Now, some animals, like dogs, for instance, can't stand high-frequency sounds. It hurts their ears.
But I don't see any ears on that giant squid.
It may work. I'll send out sonar signals of different frequencies. One of them might hit that squid right between the eyes. Hold your hands over Bandit's ears so it won't hurt him.
Okay, Dad. Come on, Bandit. Is it doing any good yet?
Can't tell yet. The squid's still hanging on the Race.
But look, he's shaking his head.
It's beginning to work. We've hit a pitch that seems to be getting through to him.
He's losing his grip on Race. Look!
Now Race can back off far enough to get a shot at that squid with his spear guns.
I hope he doesn't miss.
Race seldom misses, Johnny.
Dad, I think Race hit the target. Look, the giant squid's leaving.
Good work, Race. Now untangle the cables and we're on our way up.
Oh, not a second too soon. I could use a little oxygen myself.
No. Relax, Johnny. The worst is over. Soon as Race surfaces, he'll start the winch and that.
Dad, what is it, Dad? Johnny Quest calling Race Bannon. Come in, Race. Are you there, Race? Johnny calling Race Bannon.
I was just taking off my scuba gear, Johnny. What's up?
It's Dad. He passed out.
There's no more oxygen, Johnny, but hang on. I'll have you both up in a minute.
Quick, Johnny. Give me a hand with your dad.
Boy, it sure feels good to get some fresh air.
Just relax, Doctor. A little fresh air and you'll be all right.
Race. Johnny.
Don't try to talk, sir. Just take it easy.
Hey, that's quite a fog rolling in.
Yeah, it sure is, Johnny. We'd better get him below and out of it.
Race, listen. Sounds like we've got company.
Well, the United States Navy's pulling alongside. Ahoy! Ahoy there!
Ahoy! Sequest! Well, Johnny, the Navy's got the information they need to salvage the atomic sub, and we're set to sail for home. So I guess you can get back to reading your book, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
No thanks, Dad. Anything Captain Nemo does now will seem dull after what we've been through this afternoon. Right, Bandit?